We think deflation is the greater risk. The fear will shift from inflation or stagflation to deflation and or recession. And we think crypto prices, a new asset class, will continue to move up. We think deflation is the greater risk. And I know that's not a very widely held point of view. In fact, I don't think I know anyone who has that point of view. But you've heard some of the cyclical dynamics that we think will take inflation down. And we think secular dynamics will as well. Good deflation, that associated with disruptive innovation. And the statistic, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the last call, but that blows my mind is artificial intelligence training costs are dropping 68% per year. Think about that. That's massive deflation. That's a huge undertow. And then the other side of disruptive innovation is creative destruction. So those companies who manufactured earnings by leveraging up to buy back their shares are probably didn't invest enough in innovation and are going to see the results, we think, during the next few years. They will have to service their debt by cutting prices. Once these uncertainties are out there and it's clarified, there's an inventory correction, China's hitting economic growth, then I think inflation and interest rates are going to come down fairly dramatically. And the fear will shift from inflation or stagflation to deflation and or recession. And we will revert to very low nominal GDP growth rates, probably 2 to 3% range. In that context, our average revenue growth for our strategies is north of 25%. And I think the market will wake up once again to revenue growth rates that are 10 times that of the economy. So we're looking forward to that. And we think crypto prices, a new asset class, will continue to move up. It's very interesting to watch El Salvador. El Salvador has deemed Bitcoin legal tender, and its president tweets almost every day about this initiative. So far, 2.7 million out of the roughly 4 million eligible have downloaded their Chivo wallets with $30 worth of Bitcoin in it. What's interesting about that 2.7 million is only 1.2 million people in this country of 6 or 7 million people have checking accounts. So here's another example of DeFi, not even letting banks penetrate that highly into a country like El Salvador. It's also interesting to learn that today or in this week sometime, the government started mining Bitcoin using energy from its volcano. And we're wondering if they're going to actually include Bitcoin in their reserves, which we think would be a very smart thing to do. And the reason it would be smart is we're beginning to see the dollar's strength hitting emerging markets. A lot of emerging markets have dollar-denominated debt. So when the dollar goes up, it takes that much more to service the debt. From converting from their currencies into dollars. So this is often a harbinger of risk increasing in emerging markets. And very often there will be runs on the currency. as their populations try to shift into dollars. So El Salvador is not going to have that problem this time, and we think other emerging markets are going to start taking its example. So ISS, which is a proxy solicitation firm, and it's owned by Deutsche Börse, which I didn't remember until I started digging a little bit. We are beginning to see the banks worrying about loan growth because of DeFi, decentralized finance, and the crypto world. And we do believe there is a lot of reason to worry. Regulators are going to insinuate themselves into that process, of course, and we'll see what happens. But DeFi is flying. Just to give you a sense of that, last year around this time, there was less than $10 billion locked in DeFi on the Ethereum network. Today, that is $120 billion. So at the margin, that is making a difference for the banks. Why are we positive on crypto, especially Bitcoin, which is mathematically metered to top out at 21 million units? We're somewhere between 18.5 and 19, I think now. And yes, that's if there were an inflation, that's a beautiful hedge. But when you're talking about emerging markets or you're talking about a situation like 08-09 here in the United States, when there's a crisis, counterparty risk is high and rising. So to have a backstop like Bitcoin, we think is an excellent insurance policy.